Guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today, if you can't tell by the title, we are going to be reflecting on 2019 and setting goals for 2020.
Should I get up and run? Stop dead right before it had begun. I was the morning dove, and you were the hope chasing me through the air. You loved like you didn't care.
Okay, so I don't know why I'm like so nervous to film this right now. I've never been nervous to film really, but I think I just had like a moment last night, I guess. I stumbled across this girl named Mary. I can't remember her last name. I think her channel's called Mary's Cup of Tea or something similar. I'll either link it up above in the cards or down below in the description if you want to go check her out. But I stumbled across her channel last night, and I have fallen in love with her channel and all that she does and all the things that she believes in, and it's crazy. Literally last night was like, I like had a moment, like I said. So I kind of just sat down and wrote some things down on my notebook to kind of look off of, and I just kind of want to, like I said, reflect on 2019 and what this year has brought to me and things that happened. Like I said, I wrote down some little bulletin points. Let's just jump right on into the reflection of 2019. So the first bulletin I have written down is major life changes. So as far as life changes goes for 2019 for me, I would say probably, obviously the biggest one is the move. I moved from Chicago to Nashville. If those of you who are new didn't know that, I currently live in Nashville, Tennessee now. And that was a big life change for me, obviously, because I was coming from a place that I had spent 10 plus years at and picked up all my stuff and moved 2 states away down to Tennessee. I am away from a majority of my family. I do live with my cousin, so I'm grateful that I have her and we have each other. But besides having each other, that's really all we have down here. But you only live once, and I knew I needed to get out of my hometown because, like I said, I was there for so long, and because it's such a small town, everybody knows everybody. And not that it's terrible, I would have rather grown up where I did versus where I spent like the beginning of my elementary school years in a larger town. I don't know why. I guess I am a small town girl. I never thought I would say that, but I knew it was time for me to try something new and something different. And I just went for it just like my cousin did and ended up here. So that was a major life change for me. Obviously, I went from not really having to pay rent besides like utilities, and I really paid utilities like twice because Tess never made me, and I was only paying my phone bill and my credit card bill, but that's literally it. And within like a week and a half, I had gotten a new car, not a new car, like a used, but it was new to me, obviously. I got a new car, so I had to start making payments for that, and then I now have to make payments for rent, water, sewage, Xfinity, renter's insurance, all that fun stuff. So literally since October, because I moved at the beginning of October, like it was just like that. It kind of like came out of nowhere, but we went for it. And like I said, I think that's definitely something that I needed to do for myself. But yeah, so that's the major life change that happened to me in 2020. Let me know what your guys' major life change was, because I really am interested in, like I said in my previous videos, I want to connect with you guys because I feel like we don't do that enough. And I'm gonna leave that for the goals of 2020. I'm just gonna stop talking there because I'm gonna like start ranting. But yes, my major life change was obviously picking up everything and just adulting like that, like in a span of 2 weeks. It was crazy. Next thing I have written down is my struggle mentally. This year has probably been the hardest year mentally in my entire life. I don't know why, or like, I don't know, I guess towards the end of 2018, I was not doing that great. Then I was able to find, because I was not happy at my job, and that just went to like, I don't know, I just never was happy until I finally found a nannying job. And she definitely, that little girl, oh my heart. She was so cute, so she made my days better, but I still obviously was struggling mentally big time. I remember when, before I got the nannying job, I had started at an Orange Theory near downtown. Okay, not near downtown, probably like 35 minutes from downtown Chicago. But I started there and I was really excited at first because I was like, wow, like I've been waiting for this for like 2 years, and I got the position, and I was there for maybe 2 weeks, and I had to tell my manager, and I actually got hired on as an assistant manager, which that would have been my first ever higher up position, and I was super excited and proud of myself that I got it. But I unfortunately had to tell her that I was not mentally ready to take on a job like that. I don't know, that's when I really like realized, wow, I need to like take care of myself. Not that I even started taking care of myself then, because it was still kind of a struggle, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it used to be, because that's when I got that nannying job and things kind of like started to turn around. So I'm super grateful for that. But towards the end of 2018, and then the first 3 months, maybe I was there in April. Honestly, I don't remember, but that beginning of 2019 is just completely like, I really don't even remember it because that's how bad it is. For those of you who don't know, when you experience like bad things and trauma, your brain just tends to like completely erase it from your mind. I honestly cannot really remember. It was not a good time, and I remember specifically I came home from work, and it might have been like the second to last day I was there, because that's when I realized, I was like, wow, I need to get some help, and help is okay. I am not going to be afraid to say that I've gone to therapy, and I know I definitely need to go, but I don't have health insurance down here, so I have to figure that out. But therapy is not a bad thing. It should be talked about just as much as just going to the normal physician is talked about. There should be no stigma around it, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my gosh. Like, I will admit I've gone to therapy, and I know it's super beneficial. So just don't ever feel like you have to like hide the fact that you go to therapy, because therapy is good for literally everybody. Like, everybody at least one time in their life should try it. It really is life-changing. I was coming back home, and I like got to Tessa's apartment, and I just completely lost it. Like, I was hyperventilating. I couldn't catch my breath. I was crying so much because I was just so depressed and sad. And I know the word depression is like super heavy, but I literally, it was not fun. And that was probably the lowest of my lows I ever was at in 2019. The majority of 2019 was just not good mentally for me. So it was definitely one of the hardest years mentally, like I said, that I've ever had. Moving on, words that best describe 2019 for me. I wrote 3 words down. The first one, they kind of go in order of like, from like January to December, like kind of like the first few months, and then the middle portion, like around the summertime, and then towards the winter again. So towards the beginning of the year, first few months, it was just completely draining. Like I said, that was the most I've ever struggled with my mental health. And at some points, I didn't want to get up and shower. Like, I would go 3 to 4 days without showering, and that's gross, because all I would do was lay in bed, and I wouldn't want to go anywhere. I wouldn't want to do anything, and I was just drained all the time. I was tired all the time. It was hard. It was mentally and physically draining. So that's the first word that I decided to describe 2019 in. And then the second is spontaneous. So obviously picking up, like I said, before when I was talking about moving, just picking up all my stuff and kind of just going for it and throwing myself into something that I never thought I would do. It has definitely been spontaneous, but I wouldn't change it for literally anything. Yeah, it might be hard not being able to just go drive to my mom's and hang out with them, or like go to the store with her and spend time with my family. But I know, like I said, this is something that I needed to do for myself, and it was so freaking spontaneous, but I'm so proud of myself for doing it. Lastly, kind of a word to describe the last 2 months, month and a half, honestly. And that word is self-discovery. Well, I guess like 2 words, you know what I mean. But I am finally starting to figure out who I am as a person and finding myself and finding things that I like, hobbies that I like, what I like to do. And if you guys can't tell, I feel like it's even coming across onto my YouTube channel because I've been uploading. This is probably the most frequently I've been uploading. Not that I have like set days or anything, but I just have so much more motivation to get these videos out for you guys because I truly, truly love doing it. I did not start my YouTube channel just because I was like, oh, I can make money out of this. This is something that I love to do. I love sitting down and talking to you guys and having conversation, and I am just super proud of myself for finally learning who I am and discovering myself. I'm not saying I'm nowhere near like full self-discovery, if you want to call it that. I just, within the past month, have finally started to like kind of figure out, like I said, the things that I like to do and things that I like. And I'm just super, super excited for 2020. And this is kind of, we're switching into my goals for 2020, or things that I have been thinking about and I just want to share it with you guys. So the goals for 2020 for me, not that there's going to be any like, this is it, this is all that I'm going to focus on. Obviously, there's going to be lots of other things that I want to happen in 2020, but this is just stuff that I kind of want to talk about and kind of speak it into existence. We're going to manifest it. The first thing that I wrote down was growth, specifically targeting my YouTube channel. And I wrote down that I don't want to focus so much on the numbers, like how many views I get during a video, what my watch time is, how many subscribers I've gained in the past 28 days, because this past year, that's like all I really focused on, and I felt like it kind of had an effect on me because I was like, wow, no one really likes my videos. Like, why am I still doing this? But I kind of had a conversation with my dad and my stepmom before I came home last Saturday, I don't know. Before I came home, they were basically just telling me not to focus too much on the numbers and just to focus on like the content that I'm putting out. And that's when I realized, I was like, wow, I really need to stop focusing on the numbers and negative comments and all of this stuff, because it obviously kind of had an effect on how my videos were coming out and how it was just affecting me that I didn't think it was, but now that I'm thinking of it, I realize that it really truly was. So I'm gonna try and not focus too much on the numbers, and I just want to focus on filming things that I enjoy and filming things that make me happy and happy to share with you guys. Like I said, I'm not gonna focus too much on the numbers, and not that I'm waiting for 2020. I have recently just started doing this. I think the last 2 videos I've uploaded, because prior to these past 2 videos, every video I would literally check the watch time, the views, my subscriber count, literally more than once a day. And that is terrible. I was focusing too much on the numbers, and then I kind of was losing myself on the types of videos that I wanted to film. Excuse me, I was about to burp. I was just not in the right mind space or head. I don't know. I'm just grateful that they mentioned it, because I really wouldn't have even thought about it until, like I said, they said it, and I was like, wow, I really do focus on. I was like, no, I don't, but deep down in my head, I was like, wow, I really, really do, and I need to like stop that and just film what I like to film. And I feel like it'll be more genuine, and I'll come off more genuine to you guys when I am filming things that I like, instead of trying to recreate other people's vlogs and videos, because I feel like that's where I kind of not like lose myself, but like they set the standard so high. I'm like, wow, I need to do this and this and this to like have people like me and get them to subscribe. And I focused way too much on that, and I kind of haven't, I don't know, I just feel like I was trying so hard to make my vlogs like everybody else's, but everybody else, like those, I need to find something that I like and that like fits my life and like I don't know. So I'm just trying to like focus more on the content and be more passionate and genuine to you guys. I could talk for hours on end about that. The next thing is kind of linking back to the words that describe me in 2020. This one is self-discovery. Like I kind of really already talked about this, but I was sitting in my bed last night texting Tess, and I was just like, wow, I'm genuinely so excited for 2020, and I'm so excited to see where I'm at, because I just have a great feeling that 2020 may be the best year of my life. 2019 was a struggle, but life isn't perfect. Things aren't going to be perfect all the time. And I feel like I almost needed to struggle in 2019 just to do amazing things in 2020. I'm finally finding myself and kind of learning to feel more comfortable in my own skin. And obviously it's not going to happen overnight. I have to take the time to focus on myself and focus on self-love and all that fun stuff. I feel like I say that all the time, but within the past month, like I said earlier, I am finally discovering who I am. And it literally, I told Tess last night that it just gives me that giddy feeling inside my stomach, almost like butterflies, because I'm so excited to see where I go in 2020 and see all the amazing things I get to do and the things that I'm gonna accomplish. And I genuinely am so fucking excited about it. Like I've never been this excited for a new year before, and I'm not waiting until 2020. I have recently, like I stated, I have already started to kind of learn who I am, and that's just why I'm so excited, because not that I get to like start fresh, but I don't know, I'm just like so excited. It's gonna be my freaking year. It's going to be my year, and I'm genuinely giddy, butterfly excited about it. Lastly, the thing or the goal is to travel often or more than I have in 2019 and kind of learn to be a minimalist. That obviously is going to be a little bit hard for me, but just sitting down and like some of the ladies that I've came across on YouTube, like Mary for instance, everyone travels so much, but I also feel like a lot of the girls that I was watching in the prior months before like November, December, everything that they had, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to buy that for myself. I want that. Like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Everyone has it, so I need to have it too. I am trying to tell myself that you don't need those things. You don't need that materialistic item, because one day it's probably going to end up in the garbage. Why not save that money and travel and get to experience the world? And those memories last a lifetime. Those can never get thrown away. You're always going to remember, oh my gosh, that one time I went to Africa and I got to do this, versus, oh, I bought a purse one time, but I'm finally, like these past 2 months, like I said, I've kind of realized, like, you know what, I don't need to buy that sweater that's on sale. Yeah, it might be on sale, but realistically, it'll probably end up in the trash within the next 5 years, where I could save my money and go experience things. Not even like going on big, like cross the country, cross the world vacations, but like just being able to, like, if I want to, like for instance, meet Tess halfway because we do live a significant distance away from each other, save up money and just be able to go to an Airbnb and like spend the weekend together and explore. And I feel like that's way more important than buying those materialistic items. And I am just so excited, like I said, to see all the places that I get to go and things that I get to do, because I know I'm going to go places and things are gonna be, it's just gonna be so much fun. If you can't tell, I'm genuinely just so freaking excited about 2020. I've never been this excited for a new year before, but I know that this is going to be my year. I'm manifesting it, speaking it into existence, and I truly am believing every word that is coming out of my mouth. I am so excited, and I hope you guys are just excited for 2020, and I hope you guys have just as much positivity and motivation as I do, because it's going to be our year. It is going to be great. And yeah, maybe there'll be a few bad days here and there, but that's life. Life isn't perfect, and it's not meant to be perfect. So I'm just so excited. So with that being said, I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this kind of different video. I feel like we connected on a level that we haven't really connected on before. And I hope you guys can see just how genuine I'm trying to be. And yeah, I hope you guys, like I said, are just as excited about 2020 as I am. But with that being said, don't forget to smash the bell so you're notified of when my next videos go up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to join this journey of self-love, self-growth, and all things wonderful. And with that being said, I will see you next year. Bye, guys. See you next year. That's crazy.